cannot this dance way. Now they hate me because they video me. So we will video round.
Viewers, welcome to my channel. My name is Larry and today I am in the downtown Lagos here in Ibeju Lekki, Lagos, Nigeria. Viewers, yesterday we had a major event right on site. We had the official opening of downtown Lagos where we had a lot of realtors and clients who came for this massive event. Smart investors, I couldn't make any video because the place was rowdy. But today, being Sunday, I decided to come back to site because something inside me told me that there's somebody out there, and I know that person is watching me, that needs to get this last information before the prices will change. And smart investors, because we've officially launched this project, the prices will officially change. In fact, the developer had to give grace until Monday, which is 12, because he knows that some people cannot make transfers until they go to bank. So he gave that grace because on Saturday there are no banks that open in Nigeria. So what he did is he gave grace to Monday. So if you're watching this video, you have less than 24 hours to jump into this project. The downtown Lagos is the biggest commercial city coming right here in Ibeju Lekki. Do you know what? Downtown Lagos is just 5 minutes drive to Dangote refinery, to the free trade zone, to the deep sea port. Smart investors, we all know that the capacity to own the free trade zone, the deep sea port and the refinery is not a one-man show. So this is an opportunity for you to benefit from this multi-million-dollar investment by staying close to these major places I just mentioned, and that is why you need to come and position yourself rightly in this biggest commercial city. Smart investors, I have a lot of information to tell you, and when I turn this camera I will do all that. But before that, I want you to know that the Coastal Road is just directly adjacent us. So for those of you who have been watching my video, you already know that the Coastal Road is just directly adjacent the downtown Lagos. And also, the good news again is by 26th and 28th of this month, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria will be coming to Lagos to commission this road. Smart investors, can you see that the downtown Lagos is about to become a mega project? When the government officially commissioned this road, the prices here will also appreciate. In fact, that is why this developer wants to increase the price, because the downtown Lagos is already rightly positioned. Smart investors, I know most of you have been complaining because I've been getting a lot of inquiries on that. Most of you have been asking or saying rather that, Larry, I am not a business owner. I don't know what to do when I invest in commercial real estate. And that is why each time I come to site, I always take my time at the end of the video to give business ideas on what you can do by owning a commercial land. And smart investors, these ideas I've been giving out has been helping a lot of people to secure 1 or 2 plots right here. And today's episode, I'll be dropping another important business idea you can do by owning the land here. And that is why you need to stay to the end of this video. Smart investors, most of you might be asking, what is downtown all about? Now, downtown is a commercial city just directly adjacent the Coastal Road. And you know, the Coastal Road is going to link Lagos to Calabar, and you can have all this drive with less than 4 hours. Yes, smart investors, this is a major project from the federal government, and that is why you need to position yourself rightly. And also, downtown Lagos is just less than 5 minutes drive to Dangote refinery, deep sea port and free trade zone. Smart investors, imagine that you position yourself right in this commercial city that is close to these 3 major multi-billion-dollar investment in Lagos, Nigeria. Also, smart investors, in here we'll be having strictly commercial plots ranging from 500 square meters and 1,000 square meters. Currently, you can buy this land for 47 million for 500 square meters and 85 million naira for 1,000 square meters. And smart investors, you have just less than 24 hours to benefit from this offer. By the end of May 12th, which is on Monday, this price will increase. This is the best time to jump into this offer. With your initial deposit of 10 million, you are good to go. So don't sleep out on this. Like I said, I have a lot of information, and when I turn this camera, I will give you all that. Also, if you want to see the area view of this location, I have couples of videos I did here that I flew drone. This is the best time to send me a message on WhatsApp so I can send you that link. Also, smart investors, there is a lot of development in the Coastal Road. In fact, the last time I came here, we were at the first level of the road when they were still doing the reinforcement. Today, I can beat my chest to tell you that a lot of work has been done there, and if you see that, you'll be wowed. Less than 5 days, the road is already tarred. You're going to see that when I turn this camera. So smart investors, sit tight, enjoy this video, and I will see you after that. Welcome back, viewers. This is the coastal road. Now I want to first of all give you what the federal government has done on the coastal road before we can turn to the downtown and see the update there. Now, smart investors, the last time I came, this road, they were still at the reinforcement state, and that was 5 days ago. Today you can see that the road is completely tarred. Now, not just one lane, even the second lane has been tarred. I remember I told you that the president will be coming to this location by 26th and 28th of this month to commission this place, and there is evidence to that. You can see the signage already in place. So smart investors, this is to tell you that it is still the best time to buy downtown Lagos, and you have just less than 24 hours to do that. If you don't invest in downtown now, you are going to buy here in a higher price. Also, one thing I always tell people, even if you are not a business owner, do you know what it is by you positioning yourself just close to this multi-million investment that the federal government has positioned in this location, which is the deep sea port, the free trade zone, and the Dangote refinery, which is owned by a private individual. Smart investors, think about that. We know that individuals has no capacity to own this major investment, but do you know what you can do by positioning yourself rightly just close to this location? Imagine the businesses that will be happening around here, and this is you trying to own a commercial business right here. Also, like I said, most of you have been saying, Larry, I'm not a business owner, why will I own a commercial land? Smart investors, let me say this. Imagine what Lagos was structured to be. Lagos State generally was structured to be a commercial city, and in that note, every business in Lagos City must thrive. Now, imagine you now not just being in the general Lagos City, but in the main commercial hub of Lagos City, which is Ibeju Lekki. Smart investors, I know most of you might not have the resources to start up the major businesses in this location, but imagine if you own a land, and let's say one of these multi-million companies come to you and say they want to buy your land. Imagine if you own a 1,000 square meter or a 2,000 square meter, and let's say MTN or Glo, or maybe one of these banks in Nigeria, let's say First Bank, GT Bank, or any of these banks walk up to you and say, we want to buy your land. Imagine how much you sell these lands. And remember, we'll have all these things I mentioned around this location, because this is the next commercial hub of Lagos, Nigeria. So smart investors, it is important for you to buy a land now. And like I said, that is why the federal government is doing this major road. Now, like I said, this road will lead down to Calabar, and it will take you just about 4 hours to hit Calabar. Smart investors, this is the best time for you to come and buy downtown Lagos. Okay, now here we are in downtown Lagos. Now, like I said, we had official opening yesterday. We had major realtors and clients come for this opening. In fact, if you look closely, you'll notice that there are still chairs and canopies still on site. Smart investors, this is still the best time. Now, thank God this developer gave us the grace for you to make your payment by Monday. So by the end of Monday, if you don't start with your initial deposit, you are going to lose out in this major investment. Also, one thing I like about this location is the fact that the developer gave enough setback from the estate to the road. So in future, you are not encroaching the federal government road. So if Lagos State government or federal government wake up tomorrow and say they want to extend this road to 12 lanes, you can see there is enough setback, it won't affect your estate. Now, what is downtown going to look like? Downtown is going to be one of the commercial cities you see in Singapore and Dubai, where we have high-rise buildings and major businesses happen. That is what this developer is trying to do here, and that is why you can see that this developer has rightly positioned this estate just less than 5 minutes drive to free trade zone, the refinery, and the deep sea port. Also, remember I said we have 500 square meters and 1,000 square meters fast selling here. Now the question is, why wouldn't you come and buy here? Now, less than 5 days, our fencing is almost completed. Our gatehouse, we've started the gatehouse, the foundation for the gatehouse. Now, most of you might be wondering, Larry, why is here quiet? So if you look closely, notice that there are cars in front, the cars that walk on the road, okay? Today is Sunday, so they don't work on Sundays. And like I said, yesterday being Saturday, we had official launching, but I decided to come back today being Sunday to show you what has happened here, and also to give you that last information, because if Monday ends, the price of this location is going to change. Smart investors, nobody wants to miss out on this location. Now you can see that the estate is gradually taking shape. This is where the gatehouse is going to be structured, and you can see the foundation the gatehouse is having. Now I have somebody who made a comment in my last video and said, Larry, the estate looks low, and I mentioned to the person that it is not low. The developer is going to sanfill this estate to this level. Now you can see that this foundation is even higher than my shoulder, so this developer is going to definitely sanfill this estate to this level. Now this is where the gatehouse level starts from, so everything around there will start from this location, or rather from this level. Okay, so smart investors, this will be a very high estate, and that is the more reason why you shouldn't be scared. Okay, the developer has put all that in place. So smart investors, we can see now that it is right for the developer to increase the price, because I mean by 26 or 28 this place will be commissioned, and what do you expect the developer to do? Definitely the developer wants to increase the price. So smart investors, this is the last wake-up call for you watching this video, that if you don't act right and act fast, by the end of 12th of May, the prices here will automatically change to the launch price, and I know you will not slip out on this. Also smart investors, there's something I noticed from most of my investors and those who actually come to my DM to make inquiries. When I ask most of you what kind of purpose of investment you want to do, most of you go in just one pattern, which is I want to buy a land and I want to build houses, maybe for rent or short let. Smart investors, the real estate business in Lagos is beyond rental and short let. Most of you haven't tapped into the commercial real estate. Do you know that the commercial real estate will give you times 10 of the profit you make when you own a residential property? So now let's analyze it this way. Imagine if you own a 500 square meters and you want to build, let's say you want to build a 2-story building for rental purpose, and you want to do, let's say, block of apartments, and you want to do 2-bedroom apartments. Highest you can have there is about 6 units, right? Now imagine if you want to use that same 500 square meters and you want to build shops or office space. Do you know you are going to make a lot of money, and you are going to have a lot of shops in that same 2-story building? Because a standard shop might just sit on, let's say, 20 or 25 square meters or 30 square meters or 40 square meters, and you make money. But if it's a 2-bedroom duplex or apartment, you have to consider doing a living room, doing a sitting room, doing a restroom. But if it's a shop, smart investors, all you have to do is maximum of open space, and that can cost you, let's say, 20 square meters, 25 square meters, 30 square meters, 40 square meters, and you are done. And you can own, like I said, you can own more than 10 shops in a 2-story building. Imagine. Also, another angle we should look at, if you are renting shops, smart investors, you make a lot of money from renting just one shop rather than renting a 2-bedroom apartment that you spent a lot of money to build. So shops will not cost you much money, and you make money from that. Smart investors, Lagos is a commercial city, and this is the best time to come and start investing in commercial real estate. Commercial real estate is going to give you times 10 of the profit you make in real estate. Nobody should slip out on this. Also remember, I said I have a business idea I'm going to share at the end of this video, so I'm going to be doing that right now. Smart investors, but before I do that, this is the best time to jump into this project. I don't want you to miss out on this location. Imagine that you have a property here that is adjacent Coastal Road, and from here you can lead to Victoria Island, less than 45 minutes. You can lead to Dangote Refinery, Free Trade Zone and Seaport, less than 5 minutes, and from here you can go to Calabar, 4 hours. Smart investors, there is no investment that will be as good as this, and you are buying here for below market price. You know that there are a lot of residential real estate around this location that is selling for more than 40 7 million naira for their 500 square meters in a residential estate. Now this developer is giving you that same price in a commercial estate, and it is going for a pre-launch price. Tell me, are you not supposed to come and buy as many plots as possible? Because imagine, from 47 million, a land is turning to 85 million. Think about that. From 64 million, a land is turning to 120 million. Smart investors, you shouldn't miss out on this. Welcome back, viewers. So let me give you the fourth business idea you can do here. Now, like I said, when I started this update on downtown, I've been mentioning business ideas you can do here. So when I started with telling investors that they can have car parks. I told them they can have warehouses. I told them they can even have event centers. But today, the fourth business idea you can do here is, smart investors, you can buy a land here and leave it. Yes, you can just buy a land and just let it stay. Smart investors, imagine if you buy, let's say 1,000 square meters or even a 500 square meters, and all you do is just leave your land until the future. Imagine this place when it is 5 years or 6 years time. Imagine when the free trade zone starts working, when the seaport is already working, when all these places start booming. Likes of First Bank want to come to this location. Likes of GT want to come to this location. Likes of MTN want to come to this location. Some oil companies want to stay here. Some private companies want to stay here. Tell me, where would they want to build their structures? In an estate like this. And imagine when MTN, for instance, walk up to you and say, I want to buy your land because I want to build a structure there. Do you know how much you'll be making? Smart investors, think about that. So the fourth business idea you can do here is just buy a land, let it stay, and you resell your land in the future. You make a lot of money by doing that. Smart investors, I know this information will help you, and if you know you got value from this video, kindly share this video to your loved ones so that someone out there will see this information and make use of it. Thank you for watching this video. My name is Larry, and I know you will not slip out on this. Don't forget, if you want to see the area view of this location, I have an area view of this location that I did some time ago. Send me a message on WhatsApp and I'll send you that link. Thank you for watching this video. Once again, my name is Larry, and bye-bye.